Okay, we are at Matthew chapter 2. 3 wise men, a baby shower, expensive gifts, a deceitful king, protective parents. Well, let's dig into this. Matthew chapter 2. And you say, hey, Matthew 2, isn't that part of the Christmas story? Yeah. But it's only about 5 months till Christmas. Not even. So there you go. Anyway, Matthew chapter 2. So we read the wise men from the east, I think from Babylon. I mean, they came to Jerusalem. Why? Because that's where the king of Israel lived. And that's where you find things out. So the question was, well, where is he being born king of the Jews? So they heard that Jesus had been born of Joseph and Mary. I guess they didn't know that he was in Bethlehem at the time, and they were star watchers. You have storm chasers and weather watchers. They were star watchers. And so now Herod the king heard the wise men were in town and wanting to worship this new king of the Jews. Well, Herod didn't like that too much because he was the king. He was a selfish king. So he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. So they knew something was going on. I'm not sure why Jerusalem was troubled with him. I guess because they wanted him to have control. And anyway, he gathered the chief priests and the scribes. And the scribes, they knew the law, they knew the scriptures. He gathered the chief priests. I was like, these guys should know. And sure enough, they looked it up in the scrolls, and they found it as Bethlehem of Judea. For it was written in the prophet. And I believe that's in Micah. The way to remember is 5:2 and 2:5. So Matthew 2:5, Micah. The prophet Micah wrote this, so that he was going to be born in Bethlehem. And that he would shepherd his people Israel. Now Herod, when he had secretly called the wise men, he determined from them what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, now go search carefully for the young child. Now notice it says young child, not baby, young child. And when you have found him, bring back word to me so I can go worship him too. Of course, Herod had no intention of going to worship him. And the wise men, the 3 wise men, but wait a minute, were there 3 wise men? Yes, there's 3 kinds of gifts. We don't know how many wise men there were, whether their names were Belshazzar or whatever their names were. They came and they opened their gifts, and notice they came to the house. They came to the house. They didn't come to the stable. Sorry, folks, nativity scene, all that, but they came to the house. And then the wise men were warned in a dream not to go back the same way. So they went home another way. And then God warns Mary and Joseph. See, Joseph, he was probably at work when the wise men came. And we think Jesus was probably about 2 years old. So they fled. So the parents were protective, and nothing wrong with that for sure. And just those few thoughts from Matthew chapter 2 this morning. So you got 3 wise men. Oh, sorry. Wise men. Wise men, protective parents, awesome baby shower. But above all, it is scripture and it is God's words. May you be blessed today.